Hello everyone, Lionheart here, and it is that time of week again. It is Tuesday, which means it is a new chapter of the Journey story. We are on chapter 4 as we accompany Dandelion and Isengrim after finding Iriana somewhere rather drunk on a boat. But Iriana, we now have confirmed, is Dijkstra's daughter and currently has a little bit of an issue with the Church of the Eternal Fire, censoring, if not burning, books in the university, among many other things. I am loving the story so far. If you guys are enjoying these, please do drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you don't already. It makes a massive difference. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think of the story as well. I'd really appreciate it. If you are one of the people that are joining me right now for the premiere, I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I adore making this content, and while it absolutely demolishes my concurrent view stuff on YouTube, I'm going to keep doing it because I think the stories deserve so much more attention than they end up getting. With that being said, it is time to jump straight in to Chapter 4. Dandelion loved Oxenfurt, but a nighttime walk around the port convinced him that that love was not unconditional. He was glad to be accompanied by Isengrim. Iriana led the way, navigating efficiently between the potholes and the cobblestones. "Look at her," the elf whispered. "Would you have guessed she was his daughter?" "Never." The girl turned and put a finger to her lips, whispering, "Quieter, we're here." Dandelion looked around. An alley like many in Oxenfurt, soaring tenement houses, shop windows, and a row of colourful signs. He narrowed his eyes to read the faded runes above the entrance where Iriana had stopped. Sisters van Alterain, goods from overseas. Well, it looks like it's been closed for a while. Are you sure it's here? "I know this place," said Isengrim. "Av Karen." The girl nodded. Dandelion looked into the window and clicked his tongue. Well, judging by the display, the sisters in question were mainly engaged with the sale of Ephiri carpets, with a margin that bordered on insolence. "Do you see these prices? Well, at Nesby's in Novigrad, you can get the same pattern for half as much." "Since when do you know about rugs?" Isengrim asked. I know a lot of things, but never mind. Rather, please explain to me what we're doing here." "You talk too much, Dwan." Iriana put a hand on Dandelion's shoulder. "You know, I know a bard, and he also won't shut up," she said with a smile. "It must be a professional ailment." Isengrim rapped 3 times on the door. He waited a mere 2 heartbeats and repeated, but nobody answered. "Well, we checked," Dandelion said, adjusting his belt. "Looks like no one's home." Iriana pulled out a lockpick and slipped it into the keyhole, which soon gave way with a thud. "I know a lot of things too, Professor," she said. The scent of fabrics made Dandelion's nose itchy, but before he could sneeze, his eyes caught movement in the dark and a crank rattled. Faint light pouring in through the open door flashed a reflection of the bolt of a crossbow aimed at them. "Who's coming here?" asked a woman hidden behind a pile of rugs. Iriana held up her hands. "I'm from the college, at the Merry Widow. They said you could help me." "With what?" "Something not entirely legal." "You're in the wrong place, girl." Isengrim took a step forward, his hands in plain view. "Do you remember me, Havakar? I am Scoia'tael." "There is no more Scoia'tael, elf. There are no Havakars. Radovid executed them all, first chance he got. Death for helping non-humans without a limitation." "You're Sana, am I right?" Silence fell. "My name is Isengrim. My commando brought Corvir furs from you, at a good and fair price. Unlike most Dwan, you never tried to prey on our desperation. Many of my brothers survived the winter thanks to you." The woman lowered her crossbow and stepped out from behind the carpets. Big black eyes stared at them from under a storm of grey hair. "Iron Wolf, fuck me, I thought they got you." Dandelion saw something on the elf's face that he had not seen there before. It was a smile. "Aw." "Not yet," Isengrim stared and held out his hand. "Still alive." Sana uncorked the bottle, spilled its contents into the cups, and the smell of the flavoured vodka made Dandelion dizzy. He licked his lips and gulped down to the bottom without waiting for the others, and he tapped a finger on the table. "So let's summarise," said the Havakar, refilling the poet's cup. "You're looking for a partner for a dangerous job. The assignment is so risky that the sailors refused and suggested that you came to me. You wanted to pay in Fisstech, but you don't have that anymore, and even so, you expect me to help you steal some books from a library. Several hundred books, to be exact, said Iriana. The index of forbidden works is growing day by day, and the priests are not idle, as you probably know. I missed the part where you said what I would get out of it. Iriana shrugged. I assume you won't be satisfied with just knowing that you helped save historical works of literature? You assume well. Well, in that case... Dandelion quaffed his drink, thumped the cup against the table, and shuddered, feeling pleasant warmth spreading through his body. We're not learning anything, are we? He said, glancing at Isengrim. We humans. It starts with books, but before we look back, they'll judge righteousness and origins. The piles will flare up. The smell of burning manuscripts will eventually be replaced by another, less tolerable one. Only then, it'll be too late to do anything. I am deeply touched by your appeal, Sana said, and perhaps, if my bones were 30 years younger, I would have followed you to extinguish the pyres. But not now. After what I saw in the war, I just want peace, and for that, I need a lot of money. The amount that Fisstech would earn me. No powder, no trade. I'm sorry. Isengrim took a sip of the moonshine, grimaced, and pushed the cup away from him. You'll help the girl, he said emphatically. Do whatever she asks you to do, and after you've held up your end of the bargain, I'll speak to my friend. We will try to get you the appropriate remuneration. Look, a pound of Fisstech would be worth... And how much is your peace worth? Growled the elf, looking the Havakar in the eyes. Radovid and his hunters are still looking for the likes of you. You said so yourself. Trading with Scoia'tael is a crime that does not expire. One word, and you'll hang. Sana nodded thoughtfully. You know why I didn't rob your kinsman, Wolf? Because I have always believed that you are better than humans. It's funny how quickly you become more like us. The old Havakar tilted the cup and rinsed her mouth. I'll help, she croaked. Now get the fuck out of my shop. Well, Isengrim did a massive 180 there. Went from getting them through the door and keeping them alive to having a genuine heartfelt moment, all the way to full-on blackmail. I mean, that is quite the roller coaster for a single chapter. I am... Wow, okay, so there's a whole new character from the Etheria region. Radovid getting a cheeky little mention in there as well. I am starting to think this merry band of thieves may just pull this off. What do you think? I don't think I've heard of Sana before. I don't think this is a character I know of. Perhaps I'm wrong and you can correct me and it's from a specific place in one of the books, or maybe Witcher 2? But I don't think so. I don't think so. Hey, if I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments below. Really hope you enjoyed this. Again, if you have watched all the way to the end and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do consider doing so as well. A subscription goes a long way, as does a like. Please consider leaving that as well. I hope you had a good time, guys. I will see you same time, same place next week. Love you all. Have a good week.